Hey, what's up everybody? It's Igo Fishing and I'm bringing you the Spring Striped Bass Tactical video. In this video I'll be discussing locations, baits, and tactics that you could use to catch spring striped bass or have a better chance of catching spring striped bass. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment below. I'll try to bring you more stuff related to fishing and I guess striped bass too. So let's get started and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing that I want to go over is locations. Locations are very simple. Bridges, piers, jetties, harbors, inlets, back bays, places where shallow water heats up very quickly during the spring, and places where bait fish can congregate and find, cover for, survival. Bridges, if you are able to get under a bridge or anything and fish the pylons of the bridge, a lot of times striped bass will huddle around the legs of the pier because the stones and the concrete that they use to cement the pier into the ground heats up during the day from the sun, and then at night it takes a while for it to cool down and the fish stay in that area just for a little bit of warmth. Largemouth bass do the same thing in freshwater lakes and rivers, and striped bass, they're bass, they do the same thing. So you want to try to fish by the pylons of the bridges. Same thing with piers. The piers provide cover for bait fish. If you ever been to a pier when a school of bunker move through, you'll see them going through the pier, under, around, using the pylons of the pier to just try to get away from predators. So I usually fish at the South Beach Pier in Staten Island. A lot of my videos are there. A lot of my catches are there. Biggest striped bass that I've ever had on a hook and line was caught there, and it's a place that I frequent. Then comes harbors. On Staten Island, we have the Great Kills Harbor. There's plenty of harbors on the East Coast, Northeast that you could visit where bunker congregate and lay their eggs. And I'm using Great Kills Harbor as my example. We have spawns there for bunker every year. Some thousands and thousands of fish will go in there, and we will have, depending on the year, it could be stripers and blues, massive blitzes, striper blitzes, bluefish blitzes, like those type of things, and fishermen have a blast. We have a lot of good success over there. A lot of big fish are taken from the harbor. Next would be inlets and back bays. These are shallower areas. Inlets, it could be a natural inlet or a man-made inlet. Usually shallow areas where water during the day heats up fast, and during low tide when water is pushing out into the sea, the shallower the waters that were in the shallows of the back bays, it's warmer, so it comes through and you'll have a little bit more life, a good chance for a bite. So these are the type of areas that you really want to pinpoint and focus on. So jetties too. Jetties are a wonderful place to fish. You have access to all sides, and I've caught a lot of fish from jetties. So really, structure is very important. Fish like to hang around structure, and you'll have a better success rate if you focus on land points that will possibly hold fish. So that's basically the structural aspect of the video, and now let's move on to the bait. Okay, yeah, so different baits you want to use in the spring. I try to break it down into two time periods. There is morning and night. In the morning through the afternoon, for me personally, it seems like, at least from the shore, schoolies are more active. Schoolies are your 15 to 25 inch range fish. Fun, abundant if you're in the right area. And the best way to catch those, target those fish is with clams, bloodworms, and sandworms. Clams work extremely well. I think that they sometimes will, catch the bigger fish. Use the chance you'll catch a keeper on clams. There's a chance you catch a keeper on the bloodworms and the sandworms too. But I've had bigger fish on clams. I've had bigger fish on clams more regularly. Then comes bloodworms. I think bloodworms, in terms of performance, perform way better than sandworms. From shore and from boats, I absolutely kill it with bloodworms. I love bloodworms. They provide such great scent. The striped bass of any size loves them, but you'll catch a ton of schoolies on them. Like in one of my videos, both of my videos where I'm on the Maryland Gene a couple springs ago, I brought like 2-3 dozen bloodworms with me, and it made the difference. Where everyone's having a problem, struggling, getting bites, the bloodworms that I brought was every drop. We would just absolutely hammer them on the bloodworms. So if you have the ability, I would suggest you go with the bloodworms instead of the sandworms. But if you could only afford sandworms, get fresh sandworms, and you will catch schoolies, especially during the day from piers and jetties. They just inhale them. Way to hook your sandworm: just feed it onto your circle hook. You want to use with clams, bloodworms, and sandworms. You want to try to use a 4 to 5/0 circle hook, at least from the shore. You can go smaller from a boat, but from the shore, you want to use a 4 or 5/0 circle hook, snelled onto your leader. That leads to a fish finder rig. Now I can, in the description below, or really I teach you how to tie a fish finder rig myself in a future video. I did before, but I'll do it again just to expose you all to the technique one more time. So on a fish finder rig with a 4/5/0 size circle hook, a 4 or 5/0 size circle hook, just glob on clam, cast it out. But with bloodworms, feed one on the hook entirely, take a second one and just hook it through the head, right where the teeth are. Hook it right through. That's the toughest part of the worm. Bloodworm and sandworm you could do this with. It creates like a little bit larger bait, a slightly bigger profile bait, and the fish go absolutely crazy for it. They love it. It's a wonderful method to use. I'm definitely going to show you in a future video, probably on opening day or even a little bit before opening day. The fishing during the day is really good. I'm going to do that. Now we move into nighttime. Nighttime in the spring, if the cows are around, bunker. I would literally be fishing clams and worms during the day, but after that sun gets to where it is right now behind me, it's bunker. They switch and the big girls come in. They come in and oh man, it's fun. If you're right where they are, if you're in a school of them, you some nights you'll catch 20 to 40 pound fish no problem and on bunker chunks. And depending on the size of the school, it gets crazy. You could have 2 or 3 rods going off. I know a lot of you fishermen have been there from the piers when 2 or 3 rods are going off, and it's fun. It is so fun. Everyone's excited. It's a wonderful time. So just bunker. Once that sun drops, bunker. The freshest bunker you can buy. Spring, I don't want to see no frozen bunker. Yeah, so you really just want to use bunker. If you see these breaks in the video, my GoPro keeps overheating and cutting off on me. Very sad. It's a very sad situation I'm in. Yeah. So with that being said, bunker at night. So yeah, bunker at night. Another wonderful method for a lot of fishermen is lures, plugs, SP minnows, mag darters, and metal lip swimmers. And also swim shads like the Z-Man that I went over with you guys. If you don't know about the Z-Man, I got a video in the description. Wonderful product. So yeah, using metal lip swimmers, the SP minnows, and the mag darters at night, fished very, very slow, you will have some very impressive fish if they're in the area. So try doing that. I would suggest you research a type of setup, reel setup, and get into that a little bit. It's a very fun way of fishing. So that's really all I wanted to talk about. These are the methods and the tactics to catch more striped bass in the spring. Find structure, have the right bait, know the difference between day and night, and just try different things. And most importantly, have fun, because that's what fishing is about. So with that being said, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment below. But most importantly, stay beautiful, everybody. I go fishing out.